I came to Toulouse in 1994 as an exchange student. I had studied French in the southeast of France, actually, and knew that that was a place I wanted to be, full of atheists, depressed people, people who weren't smiling all the time. That was kind of my life back before I knew Jesus. And I came to Toulouse in '94 to study French for a full year. And since I already spoke French, I very quickly started to explore the city and start to meet people and have conversations. And one of the people I met was a girl named Betty, and she and I started to talk more and more and over the weeks. And at one point she said, listen, I have a secret I need to tell you. And I thought, what could that be? Was there something really bad that happened to her, or, And so we got alone, and she started to talk to me and tell me that Jesus was alive and that she had given her life to Jesus, and God is real, He's alive, He loves me. And I thought, oh my gosh, she's some crazy Christian, she's some born-again person. I had no idea that was coming. That was not the kind of person I was hoping to meet here in my year in Toulouse. And so I kind of went back and forth with her, but eventually I ended up walking her back to the metro and saying kind of thank you. And walking back to my host family's house, I thought, it's so weird. We got along so well. It was really a good situation, and she starts talking about love, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's all good. And then Jesus, and it just stuck with me. I'm like, I just didn't understand it. And I woke up the next morning though and thought, she told me Jesus is alive, and that's kind of a true or false statement. So he's either alive or he's not. And I just had to know if God was real and if Jesus was alive. And so I got on the bus, went downtown to kind of discuss this with her, start up the conversation again. But in the bus, I thought, if God is real, He's everywhere, all the time. He's right here, right now. And so I just said, God, if you're real, reveal yourself to me. And I got off the bus at the very next stop. I went across the street, and as I was walking toward the Place Capitole, a guy handed me a flyer, like a little pamphlet. And I looked at it. I usually never take them. People are giving them out all the time. And I looked at it. It was an invitation to an evangelical church. And I thought, wow, that's weird, because I just asked God to reveal Himself. And here's the thing about a church. That next day, I got up. I went to the meeting, got there super early. Everybody came at once. I kind of tried to sneak in the back. And it was a church, a very small church. And I went in, and somebody tried to give me a Bible. I said, no, thank you. And I sat there, waited for the service to start, and I saw a girl there, and she had a Dauphin County sweatshirt on. And Dauphin County is a county in Pennsylvania, right next to where I grew up in Lebanon County. I went up there and I said, "Where are you from?" She said, "I'm from Hershey." I said, "What state?" "Can't be Pennsylvania." I said, "Pennsylvania." I said, "Oh my gosh, well, I'm from Annville." She said, "I went to kindergarten in Annville. Annville has one stoplight and cows and corn. That's it." And I started telling him, hey, I met this girl. She told me Jesus was real. I asked God to reveal Himself, and all of a sudden I'm here. And like, oh yeah, God's calling you. Can we pray for you? I said, absolutely not. What are you talking about? Pray for? I'm just telling a story. And so they talked to me a little more, but they kept, kind of putting some pressure on. I said, listen, I'm just gonna head out now. And they said, okay, well, would you take this Bible? And I said, if I take the Bible, can I leave? They said, yeah. I said, okay, I'll take the Bible. So I took the Bible, and I left, and I got in the metro, and I started to go home, and I got lost. I got out at the wrong stop. I don't know what happened, but I started walking all around the city and could not find my way out. I felt like I was going in circles. And the more that I was walking, the more I felt like there was somebody with me. And the more I walked, the more I felt like this was God. And God had answered, and that He was real, and He was revealing Himself to me, just like I'd asked. And I stopped at Place du Salon, and I said, God, if this is real, if you're real, if everything that you have been doing in my life right now is leading me to you, whatever you want to do in my life, do it, because this changes everything. If God is real, this changes everything. And immediately I looked up. I knew exactly where I was. It was weird. It was almost like all the colors just became more vibrant. I could see more clearly almost. And it felt like I kind of grabbed a hold of a lightning bolt, to be honest. And I looked up, and I knew exactly where I was. I went home, And I called Betty and I said, hey, I want to go to church with you. She said, what? I thought you didn't believe in any of that stuff. I said, no, something just happened to me and I need to go and see. And so she took me to church. I went to church. There was singing, there was hands raised, there was all kinds of worship, and I was scared out of my mind, and I felt like God, for the first time, spoke to me, and I felt like He said, I'm here and I want you to stay. And so I stayed in that church for 9 months. I got baptized, and they sent me back to America, a strange land filled with strange people, and a strange church that I didn't know about. The only thing I knew was the French church. And so that's how I came to Jesus here in Toulouse.